People enough time to come up in the room. I gotta discuss this topic today, man. This is a topic that has to be discussed. It's important. A lot of our people. All right, hold on a second. Let me make sure I can bring this.
Car washes are.
Give some people enough time to get up in this room, man. I want to discuss this, man, because I talked about this, man, briefly about a year ago. And with the situations that I heard yesterday, hold on a second. Because I want to make sure I got these timestamps. All right, let me pause that. Let me come back. I talked about this, man, briefly last year. And I told you guys, man, it was a difference between people that's out here on the front line, really doing work, trying to be vanguards, trying to be there for our people, trying to stand in the gap for a lot of our young people. And I'm here to tell you that Charleston White is not one of them. I lay this out in these YouTube spaces. You could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You could be anybody you want. And people like Charleston White have figured out Black people's pain. And they've learned that you can monetize Black people's pain and monopolize it. You can cash in on the Black community and Black people's pain. Now, I live in a city where we have 430 homicides and counting. 430 homicides and counting, right? And we work every day. Like, let me back up something. Let me show you guys something, right? We use stuff like this, nerds over niggas, right? We use words to go against the words that a lot of our youth use, right? I come from these streets, right? So we created the urban nerds worldwide, right? We created the urban nerds worldwide. And we use terms like nerds over niggas, death to the real nigga, right? I live in a city where they're celebrated for dissing the dead today. When I was growing up, we let the dead rest in peace. We live in a city where they celebrated for dissing the dead. But big homies like me and other brothers, we go out against that. When they say they on demon time, we say nerds over niggas. When he say my AK spray all day, we say urban nerds, not urban shooters. When he say there's a record for killing the most niggas, then I'm breaking it. We say black man kill a black man, you a traitor to your people. We stand on that. We come into these spaces, we stand on that. We stand on that. We stand on being productive Black men separate from the children we trying to save. But we recognize and we know that we come from where they come from. So in order to save them, we don't behave like them. We don't behave like the youth that we're trying to save. We go out there and we be an example for them as to which they should be. Charleston White recognizes that our people are addicted to a drama story. They're addicted to trauma and drama. So he sells that. But a lot of you followers and lovers of Charleston White, I have to ask the question, would you allow your children to be counseled or be somewhere one-on-one out in public with your child? Would you allow Charleston White to actually have your children in public? No. Charleston White is not doing something that's great. No. I'm going to play some audio of this man, and I'm going to really break this thing down. And explain to you guys. Charleston White is not the guy to go after gang members. No. Charleston White is behaving like the gang member. He claims that he went to prison for killing a white man when he was young for murder. But he's online now wanting to criminalize young Black men, threatening to shoot young Black men, right? Where our task is to save lives. Our task is to bring them out and cast out demons. Our task is to save our children because we know the system systematically wants to kill and incarcerate our children. That's what they want to do. Charleston White claims that he wants to do these things, but he doesn't. He's online antagonizing the gang members with guns, inciting criminality. If I was the mayor of a city like Philadelphia, I wouldn't want Charleston White in my city. Here I am trying to stop murders that's occurring every night, and you got a black man on YouTube inciting crime, threatening gang members, doing all kinds of stuff to the point that if he comes to my city, he can cause a murder. He would be banned from my city because he's not part of the solution. He's creating a character on YouTube and in social media spaces that he know will garner attention and bring violence. He knows this. But a lot of people look at this and say, what this man is doing, he's correct. No, he's not. No, he's not. A lot of you black men out there and a lot of you people that think Charleston White is correct, the only reason why you think Charleston White is correct because you are cowards. You are afraid of your own children. You won't roll up your sleeves in Atlanta, St. Louis, Houston, Miami, New York, LA, Philadelphia. You won't go and get control of your own kids. So you look at what Charleston White is doing and you say that it's correct. I watched Charleston White disrespect some of these young people's mothers that most of them don't condone what their kids are doing. He claims that he's Fatuka's mom, but he goes and he disrespects Charleston, Trayvon Martin's family while threatening an 18-year-old, saying that he was going to shoot him in the throat. He goes off to say that he's going to shoot T.I.'s son in the throat. And then goes and invokes the police. But you are a grown man who says that you counsel children. Now, I want y'all guys to understand something, right? We don't condone the things that these youth are doing. But as a black man from the community of Philadelphia, I understand these youth. A lot of these youth are growing up in disenfranchised communities. They're growing up without fathers. They have underdeveloped brains. There's a system set in place that's already geared to have them incarcerated, geared to have them dying. Charleston White knows this. George Macon knows this. But Charleston White comes on as a grown man and he antagonizes and throws gasoline on a flame that's already burning. He doesn't come out with conflict resolution to help save the children. He incites it even more. So he goes off when you got an 18-year-old, immature 18-year-old that's online and T.I.'s son saying a bunch of dumb stuff that kids do because he was once a dumb kid because he went to jail for murder. He has a brother that's been in jail for 31 years for murder. George Macon been locked up for all kinds of stuff. George Macon did a lot of stuff that 30 years ago, if they had social media, y'all wouldn't like me. I did a lot of horrible things to my own people and women. In my immature years before my brain fully developed and I lived long enough to mature my way out of it, I did a whole bunch of stuff. That's why when I'm out here now teaching, I understand what the task is. I understand what my job is. I understand when I go out in those concrete jungles and I understand what the terrain is. Because I know what I survived through. So why would I go out and antagonize these young gangbangers that's killing and blowing each other away? Why would I do that? I'm going to go out there and sell life to him. But then he goes out and incites violence and then wants to call the police. But then he goes and he tells He tells T.I.'s son King that he's going to trade. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. He tells T.I.'s son King that he's going to Trayvon Martin his ass. That's what he tells T.I.'s son King. He's going to Trayvon Martin. Now, as we got people coming in the room, right, I'm going to lay this thing down today, right? And why a lot of people in the black community are freaking disgrace. The black community is, God help us. God help us. A lot of you guys, someone showed me a clip of Charleston White today saying he sexually assaulted a co-worker. Yes, he says a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have liked and said Charleston White is like the spokesman. No, he's not. No, he's not. Charleston White, Kanye West wore a shirt that said White Lives Matter. And everybody was upset, right? Let me show you how hypocritical the black community is. Everybody was upset that Kanye West wore that shirt. White Lives Matter. Woo, people was pissed off, right? Even me, rightfully so. But Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner, oh shit, hold on for a second. Hold on. Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner were two of the deaths that sort of spearheaded the hashtag Black Lives Matter movement, right? This Charleston White went and said that he's George Zimmerman. I'm George Zimmerman. And T.I., if your son come at me, I will shoot him in the neck. I will Trayvon Martin his ass. But this is the man that we expect to counsel our children? He talked about disrespecting King Von's mom, disrespecting the FBG Duck's mom because he was with Tuka's mom. See, this is the hypocrisy. He was with Tuka's mom because the young kids was going around. Listen, y'all, listen to the psychology. Listen to this. The young kids was going around saying that they smoking a Tuka pack. And here we are trying to get these kids to let the dead rest in peace and stop disrespecting the dead. But yet and still, as a grown man who's a counselor, he's disrespecting the dead every day online. Disrespecting the dead. Disrespecting the dead and their mothers. But then his hypocritical ass will go and tell T.I., son, tell T.I. that he's going to Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin wasn't a gangster. Trayvon Martin's family wasn't gangsters. Trayvon Martin was a young black man that was coming home from the store and was violently murdered by a man that should be in prison. But Charleston White, in an argument with an 18-year-old whose name he brought up first, because the kid didn't never mention Charleston White, he mentioned him first. Charleston White invoked Trayvon Martin's family, and the black community didn't say nothing. Y'all let him get away with it. Charleston White went live again after that and had 3,000 people in the room. But you got mad at Kanye West when Kanye West wore that White Lives Matter shirt. But Trayvon Martin, who was the catalyst for Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice's, the Michael Brown, y'all let him get away with that. If I was the mayor of any of these cities, he wouldn't be able to come to none of my cities. All of you out there would not trust him with any of your children. And a lot of y'all think it's cool, but I'm sitting back and I'm going to watch how this play out because he's going to get his head busted. We already know that we're in a place in the system that's set up to destroy our children. And we fighting every day to try to save lives. and try to save the ones that we can save. I'm not out here. I don't support these kids talking about killing, disrespecting the dead, killing each other. We don't do that. We use our own hashtags. We use our own hashtags to go against the grain because we smart enough to know that when these kids talk about they on demon time, we say death to the real nigga. We say nerves over niggas. We're not talking about killing our babies. We already watching our babies kill themselves. I'm here to do the work of the Most High. I'm out here to save souls. I know that this place is hell when you're living in it. Until you understand that you have to come out from amongst this and be clean. You have to renew your mind from this. We know this. We know that this place is hell when you believe the lie. I'm not condoning none of that. I'm not going to come out and castigate the children. I'm not going to come out and start disrespecting the dead. Why? I know the children is doing it, and I'm a grown man. I'm not going to do that for YouTube likes. I'm not going to do that to garner attention and a following because he went and said, well, when I was first talking to him, nobody listened. So I created the character. But you created the character at what expense? You jumped into bed with Satan at what expense? When does it stop? How far do you go? I wouldn't want 3,000 people watching me for me to carry on that way. I'm out here disrespecting Trayvon Martin's family. I'm out here disrespecting King Von's mom for something that her son was doing. I'm out here with guns and all online threatening gang members. And then when they give the smoke back, I'm calling the police. Where we know, as grown men, everybody wants to criminalize the young black man. Everybody. This marketplace is set up for young black men to be incarcerated at a very young age. We're here to develop we're here. Urban Nerves is here to counter that, to go against that, to wake up the youth. But let's listen to what he said in some of his own words. Well, see, this is the thing. T.I.'s son is doing too much, too. But Charleston White is a shit star while he's playing with kids is beyond me. Right. But see, this is the thing, Skinny. T.I.'s son is a kid. When we was kids, we did dumb shit. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. He's 18 years old in social media spaces. What the fuck? Online, he's a kid. Charleston White is a grown man with a fully developed brain. You're not a fully developed adult until you're about 28 years old. 18 years old, we all did a lot of dumb shit. So I'm not going to put what King is doing as equivalent to what Charleston White is doing. Wow, man. I'm just not. We're not going to do that. And see, a lot of people that support Charleston White, especially black men, are cowards because you are afraid to get control of your own children. You are afraid to get control of the children in your community. So Charleston White is able to become the hypocrite that he is. Let's listen to what he said in his own words. Hold on a second. Let's see.
I don't give a damn about that shit, nigga. Hold on. So tell your son you inspired me.
Hold on.
I went online and I put into Google.
Hold on. Let's listen to it in his own words.
Yeah, I want to be like TIP, nigga. Probably wear my hat and everything like you, nigga. Shit, I want to be a tipster. So tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like God. I'm just like fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood.
Listen to this shit.
So tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like God. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers. They kick my.
So I'm trying to understand, where is that okay? But this is why I don't have faith. I'm losing faith in the black community. No, let me take that back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm losing faith in a lot of people in these youth. I have no faith in these people in these YouTube spaces, because there's a lot of black people in the black community that's on the front line that care about black people that's doing God's work. A whole lot. There's a whole lot of black. So I take that back, scratch that from the record. I did not mean that. I will never lose faith in our people, because I know who we are. But when you hear that, let's listen to it again. Let's listen to what he said. Let's listen to what he said. Because see, if you're going to be mad at Kanye West, if you're going to be mad at Kanye West for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, but you okay with this? You okay with this, Hassan? You okay with him saying this, Hassan? Nah, man. See, I know how to separate what's going on in Hollywood and what's going on and all that kind of shit. But these motherfuckers, nah, man. Let's listen. Let's look at what he said. Let's look at what he said.
So tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like God. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers. They kick my ass. I'm wobble with George all goddamn day long. Nigga little motherfucker kick my ass. I'm on George Zimmerman, that motherfucker. Talking about he'll whoop my old ass if I put the mace in the bag down. Nigga, I ain't gonna never put this mace down. This is non-lethal. Yeah, I ain't gonna never put this down. I'm gonna put it down on a nigga's ass, especially a young motherfucker with all that in it.
And this is the thing. We already watching the young children kill each other, right? You a grown-ass man. What I look like being out here as a grown man threatening to kill young children, right? When the young children ain't trying to kill me. He's online antagonizing the young children. We already got a problem with the young children killing each other. That's like me and my brother Riz doing live streams, going online, threatening and antagonizing the youth, and then want to call the cops when they strike back. What we do is go online and try to sell them life. We already upset that they killing each other. So why would I go as a grown man to underdeveloped children and throw gasoline on a flame that's already burning? No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to create programs and start saving the youth. But you would go as far, so everybody's watching me now, and I ask you, Hassan, out there, you would say that Charleston White don't owe the Martin family an apology? What about Trayvon Martin's father? Trayvon Martin's father was a black man. He had an active father in his life. An active father is like the same way I'm in my son's life. You mean to tell me that any one of y'all out there that would support Charleston White and what he said, that then you're directly opposed to Trayvon Martin's father, who is a black man? None of us like what the children are doing out here, but we try to bring remedy. We try to bring information. We don't go online and antagonize underdeveloped children as grown men when we're supposed to know better. He threatened to shoot Charleston White's son, a man that claims that he counsels children and he works with inner city youth, but he threatened to shoot a child. This child don't have a criminal. Is not outside shooting nobody. This child is online running his mouth, doing what children do, running their fucking mouth. A lot of you guys out there, see, this is the hypocrisy in the black community. A lot of you guys out there once lived a life of criminality, running around all wild, committing all kinds of crimes. Now all of a sudden you want to castigate the children as if you was better instead of getting out here and using your expertise and your know-how to help save some of the children that we responsible for jacking up out there. Some of these children is emulating what they saw us do. These children is following behind us. But you agree with Charleston White? How? How? We was gangbangers. We was tearing up the block. We was tearing up the block. We was making babies. We was out there making babies that we wasn't taking care of. We was selling cocaine on blocks that was doing 40,000 a day, running around looking for treating women like bottles that need to be caught, abusing them too. We was doing all that. I grew up in Old Philly. We averaged 450 murders a year every year. We was shooting up the blocks. Now all of a sudden, because we become civilians, now we act like we don't understand. So when you see King online talking the shit he talk, you act like you shocked. That's all the shit we did. But he gonna get on here and say, I'm gonna shoot one of these niggas. And you cool with that? But you mad at Kanye West for wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, huh? See, I criticize Kanye West from the political perspective and the ideological, psychological perspective that we go through as a people. You're actually mad at Kanye West for wearing it, but you support Charleston White's message. But you see, this is the hypocrisy part, though. You will support Charleston White's message, but you yourself wouldn't let Charleston White take your children anywhere. You yourself wouldn't let Charleston White take your children on a trip. You know why? Because you know the trouble Charleston White has gotten himself into. So if you wouldn't trust your own children with Charleston White, how do you support the message? That's my question. Let's go to let's listen to some more Charleston White.
Rico, Georgia. How y'all think I was able to get quick?
Wait a minute. Let the commercial come on. They keep playing all these commercials. I want y'all to listen to some of this shit.
I'm Will Mitchell, and honor you.
No, how y'all? I ain't no T.I. in the boxing match. I'm gonna put his son in jail. Okay, I'm gonna box this man for it. I want to put his little boy in jail for threatening me. He threatened. I'm a senior citizen, and I'm a comedian, and I can make jokes about ugly babies. T.I. got an ugly baby. King is an ugly boy. I'd much rather put him in jail, man. That's just how they go. And I stand on that. Put us in jail. Don't kill now. Let them all gather in jail. Don't leave y'all. They ain't no good to us. They some hella good in jail. Put they money in jail.
This is your leader. This is your leader. This is who y'all ride with. Do you know in the cities across America, you have good, you got right, Skinny. See, this is the hypocrisy, right, Skinny? Right, Skinny, I agree with you. He not mentoring mine, but people come out and act like they support this message. This is the thing, right? Do you guys know that in all these urban cities across America, in DC, Baltimore, Boston, New York, you have a lot of organizations, great black organizations of people that's really doing work, but the community don't support it. The community is not on board. But people like this can garner the attention of our people and make a lot of money to do a lot of things, but he's not doing nothing for black people or the community. He talk about pimping. He talk about hoes, bitches and hoes. He talk about all that kind of stuff. People that's really out here trying to do stuff and save these children's life, we don't talk like that. We don't operate and move like that. You can go to Boston right now. You can go to Baltimore right now. You go to Milwaukee right now. You can find black organizations that's working trying to save the youth. Ex-gangbangers. They ain't talking like that. We out here trying to save souls. We out here trying to bring our people out from amongst this hellish heathen culture. We out here trying to renew minds. We out here trying to change the way that they talk. We ain't online inciting gangbangers because we understand the dangers that come with that. Because I was once one of them. I know what that life is about for real. And it's easy to switch back to that. But that's not something that I want to be. So I stay prayed up. I stay on the righteous path. I make sure I watch what comes out of my mouth. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. George, they just stabbed one of our elders, 91, walking her dog in Boston, who was a civil rights activist. It's heartbreaking to think about it. Yes. I see George actually teaching me from Black history. Yes, we trying. And the thing is, I come from all that too. I come from all that wild, wild, bang, bang, gang, gang, all that crap. I come from that. I come from that. But why would I lead with the gangsterism? See, if I came on here, matter of fact, let me see if I can find, if I can pull up some of our gang. I never, ever, I told my wife, I never, ever wanted to show any of my old pictures from the streets because I don't want to be looked at for that. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want to be recognized, so I never, ever brought my old street gang activity photos and cars and all that kind of stuff. I never wanted to lead with that because I wanted to lead as a man of God. I changed my life. I promised the last time I was in jail, I promised the Most High and I promised my father that if the Most High get me out of this trouble one last time, that I'll change my life and I'll give my life to the Most High. So I promised that I'd never lead with the life that I was living, because if I came on and I led with that image and that criminality and told those kind of stories, people would gravitate to it for all the wrong reasons. So that's not something that we wanted to be proud of. I gotta go all the way back to pull up these pictures. That's not something that we wanted to be proud of. We wanted to be proud of or promote or propagate to our people. That's not something that we want to do. I want to be known for trying my best to be the best version of myself every day and being a light in the dark room and showing the youth that there's another way. There's another. You don't have to be like that. Charleston White, he wants to become a character and come out. Hold on a second. I'll show you some of that shit on my next stream. I ain't gonna do that. Charleston White wants to be a character. And I'm asking black people on YouTube, George, we must get back into that life. No. Let me explain something to you. George, we must get back into that life to clean out our own backyards. No, you don't have to get back into the life. You have to change your life. You have to change your life. You have to be the vanguard for change. You have to show and prove. You have to put a clean glass next to a dirty glass. You have, see, Elijah Muhammad always said, you have to build your people up and be the change and be the change that you want to be. You have to first be the change so that people can see it working in real time. You have to be the example. See, it's easy for me to get into some gangster shit. Easy. Like it's nothing. Easy. But it's hard to come out and do the right thing and say the right thing. Make sure your vocabulary is right. Working on your cussing. Working on sitting upright with your posture up. Eating right. Working out right. Keeping your body clean. Being a good husband. That's hard. It's hard to break the mental conditioning and programming that's been on you, because I've been programmed to kill. I've been programmed to see my brother as an op. I've been programmed to see every woman I see as something that needs to be sexed. It's hard to break that programming. It's hard. It's hard to not be a hypocrite. It's hard to not listen to music that celebrates killing my own people. It's hard to do that. And the things that's the hardest thing to do are the things that you're supposed to be doing. But see, my brother, Brother Baines, when we get tired of these bootlicking niggas, brothers like me and you, we got to unify. We got to unite. We got to stop operating as individuals. The reason why people like Charleston White get to flourish, because brothers like us, we ain't unified. We ain't a unified front. We got to put ourselves up against the heathens and the demonically possessed, the ones that's celebrating destroying our people, the ones that's providing the stage for a Charleston White to disrespect Trayvon Martin's father and mother. Let's listen to some more. We got to be unified. And this is the stuff that I've been telling you guys for years. We need other brothers and sisters that speak like me, that when we go live, it should be at least 2,000 of us that think the way we think, that want to move together for a common goal and change the minds of our people. And we need to be financially funding our own movements to save the minds of our youth. If we get on here and we only talking to 45 people, then that's telling me that our people don't want change. Because if you tired of people like him, but he got 3,000 people watching him, he got his army. He got his army of supporters. He got his army of hellions and heathens that want to move and think like him. He got them moving. He got strength in his numbers. So how are we supposed to go up against that kind of heathen mind if you want to complain, but you don't support the stuff you complain about? I'm tired of the gang banging. I'm tired of the murderers. I'm tired of the murders. But like I told my brother on the phone yesterday, in this place we call hell, the heathens are behaving the way they were designed to behave. They're doing their job. The heathens are behaving the way they're supposed to behave. But those of us that know better, that want change, how we only got 48 people here? The last time I checked, there's hundreds of thousands of people that want change. There's hundreds of thousands of people that want to stop, that want to see black boys stop dying. Black mothers crying. They all over the place, in every city. But where y'all at when we had these conversations? You got to fund the movements so we can bring these organizations to across the city. And we out here for a fight, a battle for the souls, a battle for the minds. Right now, our children's minds is being possessed and being pushed over to the negative side. We trying to come back over. We trying to come back over and save them. That's what we trying to do. We trying to come back over and save them. We want to save them. We want to bring them out of that nigga consciousness. We want to save them. Yeah, they jump in and out from 50 to 45. They getting out of here because the demon wants to stay in. The demon don't want to leave. Let me tell y'all something. I was in the gym one day working out about 2 years ago. And I was listening to Coogee rap. And I was shadow boxing. You know, getting my cardio in, right? Getting it in, right? And I'm vibing to the music. And Coogee rap said, if there's a record for killing the most niggas and then I'm breaking it. And I stopped immediately. For the first time in all my years of listening to this music, I had never heard the lyrics. But at that time, at 45 years old, 2 years ago, I heard the lyrics. And I said, this man just said, if there's a record for killing the most niggas, then I'm breaking it. And I said, oh. He said, if there's a record for killing the most niggas. And I said, what label is he signed to? Who produced this music? We know the rapper, who produced it, who financially funded it. And we knew that the small hats have financially funded it, which they would have never allowed anybody to say that about them. But Coogee rap said, bang, bang, I left another nigga wet. And I knew that as God started to work on me, that my ears and my mind began to change because these things that I once heard, playing, my spirit wasn't resonating with it no more. I knew that there was a mental metamorphosis. There was a change coming within George, and I could not respond or hear these lyrics the way I've heard them in the past. I was embarking on something different. I was moving in a different direction. My eyes had begun to change. My life was changing. There was no way I could go back to who I was once I heard those lyrics. I said, damn, this is what we sound like, Most High? This is what we sound like? Immediately, my spirit got real heavy and I wanted to cry. And I said, oh my God, this is what we sound like? But see, Riz, I had never heard it before. I listened to them songs every day, but I had never heard it. He said, bang, bang, I left another nigga wet. And I said, damn. When Christ was coming to town, he was casting out demons. And I said, I gotta put forth this word even harder because I gotta cast out demons to my people. And I apologized and said, damn, this is what we was doing. So when I hear Charleston White talk this way, and he's supposed to know better, there's no way in the world I can get online and behave like the youth that I'm trying to save. Because I'm supposed to know better. I'm supposed to know better. Coogee rap said, if there's a record for killing the most niggas, and then I'm breaking it. 30 years ago, he said that. That's what he said. Y'all just gotta hear the great train robbery, all that kind of stuff. We talked about, we celebrated killing our own people. We celebrated killing niggas, nigga killer. We celebrated it. Murder was the case that they gave me. Y'all remember Snoop? We celebrated killing a black man. Killing a black man was nothing because his life meant nothing to me. And you got a grown man online with 3,000 people watching him, threatening to kill an 18-year-old child with a non-fully developed brain. And the black community condones it. You got a grown man on there saying that he's George Zimmerman and he was going to Trayvon Martin, an 18-year-old, with no regard for Trayvon Martin's family. That's how I know that our people is demonically possessed by the wages. The wages of sin is death, man. The world, man. You caught up in the world, bro. Trayvon Martin and Eric Garner was the hashtags for Black Lives Matter. And everybody ran around screaming Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. And you let this nigga make that statement. Let's listen to some more of them. Let's listen to some more of them. Let's see where we going.
These babies, you love them, we don't. You let them disrespect you, we don't. The world ain't your household. The world ain't your teachings. Nobody has compassion. Nobody has a heart for a disrespectful, disobedient child. Not even God.
That's not true.
According to God, a disobedient child, days are shortened and numbered. And you wonder why.
That's not the way. That's not true. That's not the way it's set up. He's lying again.
Because they are disobedient. And the word says that their days will be numbered and shortened.
Let me pause that. First of all, that's garbage and bullshit. He spoke about respecting your parents so that your days be longer on this earth and your days don't be numbered. But there's context to everything. There's context to everything. I'm not going to let him come on here and get away with that, because this is the thing. He can't say that about the youth when he's carrying on the way that he's carrying on. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. See, he's saying that about the youth, but he's the one antagonizing the youth online as a grown man, as a fully developed grown man. So the Most High is more displeased with him than he is the child, because he's supposed to be the example. He's supposed to be the protector of the child, the protector of children. I'm a protector of children. All children are mine. All of them are mine. I'm a protector of children. I walk the streets every day without a gun. Riz will tell you, every day without a gun. I'm not afraid of my babies. I walk around online. I've been live. I talk to them with my camera on. They don't pull guns on me because I got a hedge of protection around me, because I believe in the Most High, and I believe that the Most High will keep me safe from my children. Everybody that's been watching me for years know I've been all around the city, live, talking to kids online. Don't even know them. Not even in my part of town. In a city full of gangs, full of street crews that'll blow your head off. I'm out there live talking to them, because I don't disrespect the mercies of God. I respect the Most High. I don't, it's not me having faith. I know. So when I don't go out in fear. I go out there and I talk to them babies. And I'm like Simon Peter, a fisherman of men. I reel them right on in. Right on in. I go out there with these shirts on. I go out there, urban nerds. I walk out there in them streets and we talk to our babies. I tell them to pull their pants up. You know what they do? They pull their pants up because the spirit know. He can't come on here and talk about these babies honoring and respecting, because your days will be short when you on here talking about you gonna kill somebody's baby. You say you gonna kill another man's baby. You hypocrite. You hypocrite. And a lot of people are fall for that because they don't understand what's going on here. You wicked hypocrite. Let's listen to some more.
Days will be numbered and shortened out of disobedience. I'm not saying it. That's what the word says. That's what the word says. So he's disobedient to you. He's disrespectful to me. Yet I'm supposed to tolerate his disrespect along with his threats upon my life and safety.
First of all, you mentioned him first. You mentioned his name first, and that man has an active father that you know, and you live in the same town. You could have went to that father, and you and the father could have had a conversation if you were a grown man. And you claim you a man of God. And you invoking the Bible. That, first of all, Charleston White, see, listen to the trickery, right? And for people, a lot of people that come on here, right? A lot of us that come from the streets, I'm not shocked when kids are unruly or act out of line, because I was one of them unruly children. I was disrespectful to my father. I never put my hands on my father. I was afraid of my father when I was young. But when I got older and a little bigger, I was disrespectful to my father. I talked back. I didn't listen. I left home. I sold drugs. I got locked up with guns. I did all kinds of stuff and put my father through all kinds of hell. Had my father have to come down and get me out of prison. I was disrespectful to my father. And a lot of young boys, when they get a certain age, are. The same way Charleston White was disrespectful to his mother. Because he, as hard as his mother, he claimed, went to work and raised him, he got locked up for a murder and embarrassed and disrespected the mercies of his mother and God. But then you come online as a grown man, knowing what young black boys, the history of young black boys and what they go through and how they can be growing up. You add flame to the fire and antagonize them, and then come on here and play victim. And this is your leader? This is who you guys out there follow? This is your leader? And then you want to invoke scripture from the Bible? Talked about a young child's days will be longer? An underdeveloped brain child that has to go through his growth and development to become a man? You, a grown man that's been through all the things, will come on here and invoke a child to speak in the way that they do and then want to invoke the Bible? When that child has an active father that you could have went to? You are a fucking hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. And this is the black community. This is what the black community is. This is who you financially support. This is who you donate to. This is who you follow. I'm going to wait for the next couple of days, and I'm going to see if the black community and you across these black YouTube spaces demand that Charleston White make a public apology to Trayvon Martin's father and his mother. A public apology. Because this is what he said, y'all. This is what he said. This is what he said, y'all.
Tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like George. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers that kick my ass. I'm wobble with George all goddamn day long. Nigga little motherfucker kick my ass. I'm on George Zimmerman, that motherfucker talking about. Yeah.
So I would have to ask the community, George Zimmerman wasn't a gangster. How does George Zimmerman come in that conversation? How does George Zimmerman and his family, that young man is resting in peace. Why can't he rest in peace? You mad, you're a hypocritical ass. And why I know that you're going to pay. You're going to pay. See, you don't get to carry on like this in this physical reality and be a hypocrite to people and don't think that it don't come back to you. You're going to pay. See, what you did, Charleston, you said that the gang members for years disrespected Tuka's mom about smoking a Tuka pack. So you in turn disrespected King Vaughn's mom and the other young guy that died, FBG Duck's mom. You disrespected their mothers. You, Charleston, said that you was upset that these young gangbangers is smoking on a Tuka pack. But what you just did, you hypocrite, is use the Martin family in an argument that had nothing to do with them when their son was murdered unjustly, knowing that George Zimmerman should be in prison because he was told to stand down, and we had the audio. You said that you was George Zimmerman and you was going to George Zimmerman his ass. And the black community let you get away with it. The black community let you get away with it. This is what he said. This is not me saying it. I'm calling him out.
Tell your son I got the badge idea from you. Get that little motherfucking check before he end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm the George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't follow him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like George. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers that kick my ass. I'm walking with George all goddamn day long. Nigga little motherfucker kick my ass. I'm on George Zimmerman, that motherfucker. Talking about he'll whoop my old ass.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Look at this person, right? You love the way Charleston White is bringing it to these goofy rappers. But this is the thing. Why aren't you bringing it to these goofy rappers? What's stopping you from bringing it? Is Charleston White your fucking savior? That's your Jesus Christ? See, a lot of you men are cowards. You put the onus out on somebody else. He ain't bringing it to no rappers. Charleston White ain't doing nothing. Charleston White is behaving just like the rappers he's bringing it to. Let me get you out of here, man. These faceless, get your ass out of here, man. I'm not in the mood. I don't have time. I don't have time for the foolishness. I ain't got time for these faceless people coming over here with this bullshit. I ain't got time, man. I don't have the patience. The Most High is still working with me because I'm still working on my anger. I don't have time for that. Let's listen to some more.
Like ostrich boots, and you look like a pair of pant leather boots, little shiny skin mother.
Charleston White Preston calls 911 on whole crew.
He put the gun in the car, a silver gun. He gave it to one of them. He had me surrounded with his gang buddies. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Police.
He's the whole thing we for this for
He put a gun on me. He was with him.
Oh
He
shit.
was with him.
Oh shit.
Better not say shit to me.
Oh, shit.
But now you niggas asking me that. Yeah.
Damn.
He got the gun, man.
Boy, Charleston White, you was a bitch, boy. That nigga said he was with him. He was with him. That video I seen was just so funny. The nigga got so tough when the police, when you see them lights, nigga got so tough, started yelling, you know, boy.
And I'm gonna pause it for a minute, right? And I want y'all to see, right? These are young children. Like he went after hold on a second, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me get back to it. Let's get back to it. That was all right, hold on. Let me get back to it. That was the wife. So he goes, hey, we got 58 people in here, man. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App, man. Support the Cash App or go to the let's see if the numbers drop when I say that. Go to the website and you can support through PayPal or Venmo. Man, support the movement, man. Support what we doing. We out here, man, doing real work, man. You see, we out here on the streets talking to the youth, out here doing real work. You know, they say they on demon time, we say nerves over niggas, man. Make sure we say urban nerves worldwide, man. Make sure y'all supporting the movement, man. We out here, man. You can go to the website. We out here, man. We doing the work. We not out here online antagonizing underdeveloped children. I don't subscribe to the term that well, children just know better. Children should, some things the children should know, but as a grown man, he should know better. And he's on here antagonizing children. He goes at Boosie's son. He goes at T.I.'s son. But he's doing that to garner attention just to make money. He's not doing that. And see, a lot of these guys go out there and say, I'm glad he out here going after these rappers, but you wouldn't let him take your children on a trip nowhere. So you wouldn't let this man take your children nowhere, then why you support his message? If his message is not stable enough for him to be able to take your children with his organization on a trip, then why you support his message? I'm gonna say it again for a lot of you brain dead people. If Charleston's White message is not stable enough for him to take your children on a trip to a college tour, a museum, for fear of something happening, then why you support his message? Because he ain't doing nothing that you can do. You can do it yourself. These are things that you can do. No, them boys are kids. And see, this is the problem. They are kids. And if they ain't kids, Charleston White is a grown-ass man that should know better. See, a lot of you Charleston White supporters, if you notice, y'all don't have faces. Y'all don't have face. I guarantee you ain't doing nothing in the community. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're probably more of a detriment to the community. This is why you support this foolishness. Because a lot of y'all out there are children disguised as adults. You are adult in age, but you have childlike minds. Because, yeah, let me get you out of there too. Get the fuck out of here. You have childlike minds. Because see, this is the thing. You make the statement, I bet they know better, but you don't have a problem with what he said about Trayvon Martin. See, this is the question that I have for a lot of you coming up in here, right? That's in opposition. I haven't heard you say anything about Trayvon Martin's dad or mom. Yeah, let me get you out of here. We don't support Candace Owens over here, so let me get you out of here. Let me get you out of here. You got to go. I don't need you over here. You got to go. I don't have time. And see, you know what's funny? When we over here building, and I'm building about urban nerds or teaching history, these people that's in here now don't come in here. They say them aren't kids, but it's right. Them aren't kids, but as parents, they know that there is no age that a parent will stop defending their seed anyway. Absolutely. And you know what's funny? They say that they ain't kids until somebody do something to one of their kids. Or if they disrespect one of their kids, and all of a sudden they kids again. This is the hypocrisy. But this is the thing, Brother Sanchez. I don't see no anger for Charleston White for what he said about Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin had a father and a mother. This right here, what he just said right here, let's go back to it just so we can be clear. We can be clear.
We end up like Trayvon Martin fucking with me. I'm a George Zimmerman kind of nigga, neighborhood watch nigga. I'm on the phone with the police. They telling me don't call him. I'm following him anyway. Yeah, I'm following him anyway. And if he whoop me, I'm gonna shoot him. I'm just like George. I'm just like George Zimmerman, nigga. I ain't bullshit. Shoot the shit out of one of these little motherfuckers that kick my ass. I'm wobble with George all goddamn day long. Nigga little motherfucker kick my ass. I'm on George Zimmerman, that motherfucker. Tom.
So any of y'all coming up here talking this shit, before y'all go to defend him, I need y'all to answer that. Answer that. See, you know what's funny, Sanchez? They keep going around that. He invoked a dead child that was murdered, right? Fuck his dad and his mom and his family and what they going through because they're trying to let their child rest in peace. That don't matter. See, this is why, George, calm down. This is why and look how we went from 60 to 51 when we talk this kind of talk. This is okay to do. That's okay. That's funny. Damn. So a black father active in his child's life, my son get murdered. The guy that murdered my son get off. And Charleston White, who claims to be a counselor to children, who antagonizes gangbangers, can go and use my son in an argument? He can do that in the black community. Is cool with that? Damn. What am I really doing here? God damn. That's okay? Those of y'all that's coming in here defending him, that's okay? It's okay for a grown man with a fully developed brain that fully understands the consequences of right and wrong because he's lived long enough to experience things and see the outcome of things. He's lived long enough to go through the prison systems, come out, become a youth advocate, work in programs with youth, claim he's went to court on behalf of youth, and he's able to talk like that, knowing, fully understanding the ramifications that will come with that and the full consequences. I don't expect the 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds to fully understand the full consequences of actions. They haven't lived long enough yet. They may know right from wrong, but they're not mature enough to fully understand. That's why 18-year-olds can't drink. They can go to fight military. They can't drink. They can't rent cars. They can't do certain things, right? Because they're not fully mature enough to understand certain responsibilities. Charleston White knows this. He knows this. So now I'm supposed to put an 18-year-old on the same intellectual level as a grown man? I'm supposed to do that? No. That's why we form urban nerves and we go out to redevelop the minds of the babies. We get the babies and we go to redevelop their minds. Look. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me see. What channel did I do this on? Watch this, right? Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. What channel did I do this on? Let me see. How many months ago was that? I want y'all to see something, right? So y'all don't be thinking I be bullshit when I be talking, right? I want y'all to see. All right. That was 7 months ago. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. Damn, that was that long ago. Hold on, y'all. Just bear with me. I want y'all to see this. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. Look at this, right? Let me share my screen. I want y'all to see this. So that way when I pull it up. Where's that damn video? Hold on. I want y'all to see. This is me. God damn, where the video at? Come on. That's me and the young boy right there. Hold on. It should be coming up now. It should be coming up any second now. That's me and Andre. God damn. Hold on. Where the hell is that video at, y'all? I want y'all to see this video. Well, this is one of them here.
Just about numbers. Introducing Wells Fargo Premier, an elevated financial experience to help you plan your future the way you live your life. Right? Wells Fargo Premier, banking, lending, and investing designed around you.
But this ain't the video.
All right, so look, come here, Mark. So everybody come back. Everybody.
This is us out, right? This is me out in the street, right? Talking to some of the children.
But he ain't good at games, though, so we're not worrying about it. We ain't worrying about it. Right. But that's what. But hold on. But we're going to deal with that. But that's why he think the conversation is funny. But the thing is, if he had practice, he'll probably be the best gamer out here.
No. Now, hold on, right? This is what. Wait. All right, hold on. Because I'm going to find this video. Wait, just bear with me, y'all. Man, every time I want to show something important. All right, well, matter of fact, I can do this, right? So y'all can see how long we've been out here doing this work, right? Look at this. This is years back, right? This is us in the streets. This is us in the streets.
Because you got to live a little longer. You got to have some children and let them get 15, 16. And then you'll understand. So the only thing I can do is talk to you. Those that got an ear to hear to listen, maybe I can say it. Because it ain't a lot of big homies out here that's being transparent, trying to say they trying to get you back. I don't want to get you back. I want to give you life. So, man, that's my name, George, man. What's your name?
You got his information?
Yeah,
definitely.
All right.
I was going to say definitely.
All right, man. And you go onto my YouTube page. My YouTube page. Just go on to YouTube and type in George Macon and subscribe to my page.
You're on YouTube.
Yeah, you got your phone? Yeah, type in George Macon. This is my page. Yeah, we just was in New York yesterday.
Now watch this, right? I'm out here with these kids. These kids is from North Philly. They out here banging, slanging. I don't know these kids. I'm outside in the street in the trenches talking to these kids all the time, the youth. I don't listen. I be live. They don't disrespect me at all. I don't get disrespected. We don't go and listen. We go outside and talk. We go grab the babies, man, and suck them life.
That shit is born. You know what I'm saying? It's like being ignorant, getting killed for going to jail is the norm shit. But if you notice, niggas is out here protesting now. That shit ain't fucking normal, man. That shit ain't normal. So we gotta save y'all lives, man, because man, this shit is messed up, man. And my job is to get young men and raise them into being stand-up men, man. All right?
You know what I just told him? Listen.
That shit ain't normal. So we gotta save y'all lives, man, because man, this shit is messed up, man. And my job is to get young men and raise them into being stand-up men, man. All right?
You wanna hear something crazy? I never seen this many young kids come out and protest for something that ain't got nothing to do with them. Yeah, personally ever.
There you go.
So, I mean, that shows you how much one person can change the community.
And that shows you the work of the Most High, man.
Exactly.
The Most High is working, man. And sometimes it might take a prominent person to bring everybody else out. You see, that prominent figure that has to go through the fire is making us talk about our cousins, our brothers, and everybody else that's out there. Remember that, man.
So I want to stop it there, but what I'm saying is, where's Charleston proof? Where's Charleston proof of the work that he claims? I want to find this video for y'all. Where's Charleston work? Proof of the work that he claimed that he's doing. Tell Charleston. Hold on. Tell Charleston. I want to find this video. God damn it. God damn it, y'all. Oh man, I can't find it. I can't find the damn video. It's on here somewhere, but it was me. It was me talking to a bunch of youth, right? Let me see. Let me just go back to that one there. There was a video that I had with me talking to a bunch of children. Matter of fact, I can go to this one, right? Look at this. Look at this. This is us in the street, right? Because people like to talk this shit about people doing work and people who ain't doing work. And damn, why this shit spinning like that? Hold on for a second. This us out. This me outside, right? Let it come in. This was during the riots.
So you had a chance to see all these police shoot people and get off, but then they show you videos when you was in school about what they.
Now watch this. I'm down in the Kensington section of North Philly where they shoot dope, kill. This guy outside on the block hustling. I'm outside live with my camera outside talking to the youth. Nobody pulled out a gun on me and chased me. I'm in Philadelphia, bro, where you can get killed just for looking at a motherfucker too much. I'm outside. I'm from like 12 miles across the town away from this area where I'm at. I'm out there with no gun. I don't know these people out there. I'm out there talking to the young people.
Used to do to us back in the day and then our pops. So it's like the generations is tired.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, we really tired. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about the old heads? Like, what do you think we should be doing?
Well, let me see.
People that's like 20, 30 years old.
Don't give a fuck no more, man.
Yeah, they
put you in harm's way in a minute.
Right.
They all for themselves now.
So what do y'all expect from us though?
Fucking honesty, man.
Honesty and protection, right?
Protection and honesty, yeah. Some fucking trust and real loyalty, man. Niggas will put you in harm's way in a minute, bro.
Right. Cause see,
turn these young boys into crash dummies.
Yeah.
All the boys tired of shooting, they going down during time. So they
So
the young boys
and you notice you hear the talk, all these kids is out of control. They put the blame on y'all for everything.
Always, man. They the ones that taught us this shit, or we watched them do this shit.
Oh shit! Say that again. Say that again.
They taught us this shit, or 9 times out of 10, we watched them our whole life do the shit that they doing.
You be on YouTube?
Yeah, I'll be on YouTube.
Now, I'm gonna pause it right there, and I'm gonna come back from sharing. Right. I want to see Charleston White's work. I want to see Charleston White with the children. I want to see Charleston White with the youth. I want to see Charleston White changing lives. See, I show y'all images of me. I show y'all images of me with the babies, but I never showed y'all those videos of me out the street with the gangsters. The kids is pulling the triggers. Yeah, I walk amongst them because I come from that. They don't pull out guns on me. They don't threaten my life. I don't have to go out there and hold a gun and tell them I'm going to shoot them and this. I walk right out there, man, and sell them life and give them love. I walk right there out there and love on them. And they come right on over. We go out and save souls. I don't have to disrespect Trayvon Martin's father and mother to make a point. I don't have to get online and disrespect nobody's child. We just go out there and do work. Let me see something. Hold on. What was that video at that I just had up? Matter of fact, let me go to the history and pull it back up because I want y'all to see this, right?
I don't think it's an accident that I ended up writing music for a living because I think I lived in a house.
Let's see. Let me pull this back up. I want you.
But guess what? It was a black judge that did it. See, because
let me see. Let me share again. I want y'all to see this.
And like I said, I'm just like y'all. I ain't no fraud, dude. Everything that y'all doing, I did. I was in late 80s and 90s, dudes. All the stuff that y'all reading, I was out there. So I'm not gonna come judge you. And guess what? I'm not gonna tell you to stop doing that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you the outcome of it. I'm gonna let you know that it's a flip side to that shit. And you're gonna make the choice whether I tell you or not. It's gonna be up to you. I just hope that maybe I can save y'all lives. God bless you. God bless you. I'm tired of seeing.
Watch this, y'all. This is what we do outside. We go outside to the kids, right?
I'm tired of seeing, man, you know, young brothers get done dirty, man, by the system, and then y'all not understanding. When they show his face when he got that sentence, he was flabbergasted. He was surprised because y'all don't understand the way this shit works, man. They got the fucking city government right there. They got the building right there. Every day, how many niggas get lives in there, man? How many niggas getting 50, 60 years in there? That's y'all. I'm in my 40s. My generation ain't getting shot up every day. It's y'all. I got a son doing 22 years. So what I'm saying was, I know what it's like now. I know everything I was putting my father through. But I didn't understand it when I was 22. So when you out here now and you listen to what your big homie saying, think about what you put in your mom. Right now, you in the street, right? Your mom home. She just imagine what she thinking about. I mean, something going to news or the shooting. She don't know what's going to until you walk through the door. But if you live to get my age, you won't understand. You can't fully grasp what I'm saying right now because you got to live a little longer. You got to have some children and let them get 15, 16. Then you'll understand. So only thing I can do is talk to you. Those that got an ear to hear to listen, maybe I can say it. Maybe I can say it. Because it ain't a lot of big homies out here that's being transparent, trying to say they're trying to get you back. I don't want to get you back. I want to give you life. I want to give you life. So man, that's my name, George, man.
So that's all I'm saying before we get out of here, right? I just want these people that's out here, show and prove what you're saying. Why you got to go online? See, those of us that's really on the front line doing stuff, we don't have big followings like that. But we just go and do God's work. We just go do the work, man. And we stay 10 toes down and we keep doing it. If I went online and I diss rappers and I diss entertainers and I diss people, children, maybe I have a lot of people, but why would I want to do something like that? That's not the way I'm not built like that. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to go online and disrespect nobody in order to garner attention. I just keep it just like this, man, and say the ones that can be saved. So those of y'all that's out there that say you happy that he going against these rappers, but guess what, y'all? Newsflash, he shouldn't have never had to come out to go against the rappers because you should have been already going against them. There should already be a code of conduct in the Black community as to how we should be moving, how we talk to each other, how we spend our money. All of a sudden, Charleston White is the guy that come to rewrite history and you're following Charleston White? Well, what about you? So that absolves you from doing your job? The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. Charleston White? What about you? What about your job? I got to come online and disrespect Trayvon Martin's family? And y'all come up here and say, you'll overlook that because he disrespect rappers? When I'm going to say something that's going to sting a little bit. The rappers ain't the fucking problem. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say it loud. The rappers are not the problem. It's the deaf culture in the Black community. Who's creating the lyrics for the rappers to rap about? Most of the killers in the Black community don't rap. long before drill music came out and gangster rap, they was killing each other in the inner cities. In the 70s, New York City was averaging over 2,000 homicides a year. Philadelphia was averaging over 500 homicides a year in the 70s. There was no rap music. It's not the music. It's the deaf culture that we celebrate. And because we celebrate a deaf culture, you create the culture for rap music. But you hypocrites that don't want to change, that want to be trifling, it's easy to blame it on the rappers and the children. Because you are a trifling bum, the numbers change because I'm holding you accountable now. You are a trifling bum that don't want to change. We've been killing each other in our communities since the early 70s. Look at the numbers drop. Because I'm telling the truth. They didn't go up when I said what I just said. They went down. That's the difference between me and you other YouTubers. I hold you accountable. We do actual real work. Y'all like to blame these rappers. You like to blame these rappers. You like to blame these children. But tell me, what are the rappers rapping about? You just heard what that young boy said? Y'all like to make, y'all, we learned it from y'all. Tell me what they was doing in 1974 in Philadelphia. No gang war 74. 488 homicides in 1974 in Philadelphia. There was no rap music. You hypocrites. Chicago, 1974. Do I need, matter of fact, you know what? Let me show it to you. Let me show it to some of you hypocrites. Let me show it to some of you hypocrites. Y'all think it's a game. Watch this. Since y'all think it's a game. Look at our numbers dropping. We can't keep y'all in here to save our life when we tell the truth. But that's all right. Look at it. Look at it. Somebody must, one of them real niggas must have went live. Y'all running over there to them now. Look, watch this. Watch this. Some of you hypocrites. You fucking hypocrites. You love Charleston White as if he's saying something dynamic, as if he's saying something decent. Well, look at here. The alarming spike in Chicago homicides this year rises to the specter of the city's murder epidemic that began about 1970 and didn't abate until the late 90s. While 1994 saw the highest per capita homicide rate in city history, 1974 saw the largest number of people killed. 970 people was killed in 1974 in Chicago. So fuck Charleston White. Let me go over here. Since y'all, for some of y'all that's stupid. That one, Eric, you don't want to come up. Let's see if I can pull it up. Here we go. Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Detroit homicides. 1974 in Detroit, 751. In 1973, 693. 72, 690. Let's go to Philadelphia. Let's go to Philadelphia. So like we can separate the lie from the jive who really in these YouTube spaces. Because y'all think, oh my God, it's so bad today. It's so bad. Oh my God. No. Nope. 1974, Philadelphia, 444. And that's what reported. When you do the coroner's report, 1974 Philadelphia homicides was 492. Do I got to keep going? Do I got to go to St. Louis? Matter of fact, let's do St. Louis. Let's do St. Louis. Let's do St. Louis. See, this ain't entertaining enough. This is educating you. This ain't entertaining enough. George, you're not entertaining us. Let's see if they can give me. Ah, shit. They only giving me 1980. They're not giving me the 70s. Let me see. No, they're not going to give it to me. But let me unshare and come back because I got to get out of here. I did this to show you guys that stop falling for the bullshit. The murder rate now ain't no worse than what it was in the 70s and the 90s. It's just repeating itself. But back then, there was no rap music. It's not the music. It's the deaf culture that we've been conditioned to celebrate. And because it's a deaf culture, each generation expresses it differently. So this generation is expressing it through drill, the same way we express it through gangster rap, the same way they express it through gang banging. What's wrong with y'all? So people like me that come from that life, why the hell would I go online and antagonize the gang bangers even more and then come out and scream for the police? No, I'm going to come out and sell life to the children, just like I just showed y'all. I don't talk. I can show and prove. I can pull up footage and say, that's George. That's us offline doing the work. That's all I'm saying. That's us doing the work. That's why we only got 50 people in here, not 3,000, because we actually do real work. And real work requires change. Real work requires you to be accountable to yourself. These people don't want to be accountable. That's why you love Charleston White. But I'm going to cut this video short here. I'm going to get out of here. I got to go. I just wanted to just call this fool out, this hypocrite out. It's a hypocrite. And most of you out there are fucking hypocrites. That's why you love them. Because you are a hypocrite. And you better change your ways before it's your turn to stand before God. You look at your people through the same stereotypical lens as white supremacy do. He's a hypocrite. But I'm done here. So remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves. And I pray to the universal creator most high that these words was enough to inspire you. These words enough to make you look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information, and when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. I hope that you leave here edified. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the message across. It's time that we take a stand. It's time that we start moving in forms of righteousness and clean ourselves up. I don't care if you don't disagree. We don't know who you are. We don't know your work. We don't even know what you look. We don't know anything about you. That's the difference. And like I said, you don't agree, but you still haven't, love, you watch this. You still haven't explained his disrespect to Trayvon Martin's family. You still haven't explained his hypocrisy of being mad about them disrespecting Tuka. But then he goes online as a grown man and threatens to kill somebody else's child where he's an actual counselor. You haven't explained that because you are a fucking hypocrite. A typical black hypocrite. That's part of destroying our communities. You people are the enemies to the community. People like you, Charleston White, and some of the gangbangers that's killing our children. You are the poison to our communities. Because not one time did you come in here and say, he shouldn't have said that about you. He owes Charleston White owes the Martin family an apology. Right. That's why you're a hypocrite. And when something happened to one of your sons, you'll be crying. Because like you said, you don't cry like most blacks. But we didn't ask you to cry like most blacks. We said that his family deserves an apology. And you don't even think that his family does. So you are somebody that should be an enemy to our children. And we should get you out of our community. So let me get you out of here. Not one time. That man, that family is not gangsters. His son wasn't a gangster, not a criminal. So why would he even bring that person's name up when he criticized those gangbangers for saying they smoking on Tuka? But again, you're probably a white person, so get your fucking ass out of here. These are people that are enemies to the community. And we got to start calling this stuff out. And we got to start separating ourselves from these kind of people. Did you notice the whole time I gave that person a chance to say, you know what? He does owe the Martin family an apology. That fucking devil, demon, that deserves that demon, not one time said, you know what, George? I may not agree with everything that you're saying, George, but he did cross the line when he disrespected Trayvon Martin's family. Not one time did that person say that. And that right there, I want you guys to understand what we up against in our community. This is what I'm saying. This is what we're up against in our community. Some of the biggest traitors to our community are our own people. That person could have said, George, I don't agree with everything you're saying, my brother. And I'd have been okay with it. But what he said about Trayvon Martin was totally out of line. And I stand against that. Not one time did that person say that. That lets you know what we up against and why. When we go live, we only got 46 people in here. Because the masses of our people are fucked up here. They claim they want change, but they don't really want change. All right? So remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.